Band of brothers standing tall, bound by soil and the southern call. Through fields of gold, through fire and ash, we hold our ground, we'll never crash. Hurrah, hurrah, we raise it high, the bonny blue beneath the sky. Hurrah, hurrah, it shines afar, that bonny blue flag with its single star. Our rights were forged in honest hands. We plowed the fields, we worked the lands. When danger came, we made our stand. A simple star, a bold demand. Hurrah, hurrah, we raise it high, the bonny blue beneath the sky. Hurrah, hurrah, it shines afar, that bonny blue flag with its single star. Nights and battles grim, our anthem sung a sacred hymn. The star, it gleams, it lights the way for those who fight and those who stay. Flag with its single star.
Yes, indeed, a bonny blue flag with a single star. Folks, normally I would come to you with light of heart, cheerful. But this Red Shirt Friday, I come to you in sadness. So I want you to, if you don't mind, take a moment with me right now to remember the two guardsmen who were on duty doing their thing, protecting the White House, protecting our president, protecting the streets of Washington, D.C. and its citizens. Please take a moment to remember National Guardsman Sergeant Andrew Wolf to the left, who is still in critical condition, and Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, who died from her injuries. Let's take a moment. Thank you. If you did indeed take a moment to remember these two fine soldiers. Dave Glover normally does Red Shirt Friday, but he and his family are celebrating Thanksgiving today as opposed to yesterday, so he won't be here. He may be online later on. I don't know. But normally we do this together as a way to honor the men and women in uniform. Man, she's always my gig. I bring the information, I bring the videos and so forth. And I always say, folks, you know, when you put on the uniform, doesn't matter what branch of the military service, you could be stationed stateside, close to home, or not too far away. You know, go home to visit on your time off, or you could be stationed overseas or some god forgotten place that no one even knows about, but you're there to protect the interests of the United States of America and our allies, or in this case, simply protecting the White House. Because the mayor of that town doesn't have the balls to enable her police officers to take to the streets to remove the crime. So President Trump had to order in the troops. The individual who killed Specialist Sarah Beckstrom and seriously injured uh, Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf was from Afghanistan. 3 years ago, I believe it was, he and others, hundreds of others, maybe even more than that, came under the Biden regime under a program that would allow Afghanistans who supposedly helped our troops while we were in combat come to the United States to live a new life if they felt their lives were in danger. Now, I don't know what process they used to vet these individuals. If they dug deep enough to see there was some sleeper cell or kept tabs on them. But somehow that Afghanistan individual got his hands on a 357 Magnum. Okay, this guy legally is not allowed to have weapons, but he managed to find one, get one, buy one, whatever. So to address the issue, well, guns are bad, guns kill people. No, people kill people. They just use a gun. Oh, let's ban all weapons. Oh, look at this guy. He managed to find one. I mean, even if you decided to destroy every single weapon that fires a bullet, someone's going to be creative enough to build something else, like I don't know, bow and arrow, a spear, a sword, or rocks, knives. If someone's going to kill someone, they're going to kill someone no matter what they have at their hands. So this soldier is still fighting for his life. I'm not sure what his condition is, but let's hear from our President of the United States as to how he feels, okay, about this whole situation. And you know our president, he has virtually no filters. So, let me make sure I have audio with this screen here. Let me just get rid of that and bring it back in with audio. Okay, here we go. Let's begin.
Members of the U.S. military, and I'm honored to speak with so many incredible members of the U.S. military and to wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving. Before we begin, I want to express the anguish and the horror of our entire nation at the terrorist attack yesterday in our nation's capital, in which a savage monster gunned down 2 service members in the West Virginia National Guard who were deployed as part of the D.C. task force, which has done such an incredible job. I mean, until yesterday, we literally had no incidents for many months. It was the safest place imaginable, and this is a different kind of crime. This is a really bad crime. Millions of Americans are praying for those heroes and their families, and I must unfortunately tell you that just seconds before I went on, right now, I heard that Sarah Beckstrom of West Virginia, one of the guardsmen that we're talking about, highly respected, young, magnificent person, started service in June of 2023, outstanding in every way. She's just passed away. She's no longer with us. She's looking down at us right now. Her parents are with her. It's just happened. She was savagely attacked. She's dead. She's not with us. Incredible person. Outstanding in every single way, in every department. Just horrible. As you know, the other young man is fighting for his life. He's in very bad shape. He's fighting for his life, and hopefully we'll get better news with respect to him. And the monster that did this is also in serious condition. But we won't even talk about him. As you may know, DHS has confirmed that the suspect is an Afghan national flown here by the previous administration, who was such a bad administration. And I have a picture of a plane. This is what it looked like when they came in. It was total bedlam. Do you remember that period of time? Total bedlam. People crammed onto the plane. And the toughest, meanest, most capable physically got on the plane. Not the people that we were looking for or that they wanted to bring in. Here's a picture for you. Just take a look at that plane. Standing on top of each other and sitting on top of each other. This is what we had under the Biden administration. That whole thing should have never, ever happened. They should have left from a different base. They should have left from Bagram, as you know, and it would have been a much different story. But they didn't do that, and this was just a rout, just a terrible situation. This heinous atrocity reminds us that we have no greater national security priority than ensuring that we have full control over the people that enter and remain in our country. For the most part, we don't want them. They come in illegally, have a lot of problems. Their countries force them in because their countries are smart. They don't want them. Let's give them to the Americans to take care of. They come out of jails in many cases, mental institutions, they're gang members, they're drug dealers. We don't want them. Many of the service members on this call today are engaged in crucial aspects of that mission. And to each and every one of you, I just want to thank you so much. Incredible people. You make this sacrifice like few others understand. A lot of them don't even understand it. And you're keeping America safe and free. Our military is strong. My first term, I rebuilt our military, all aspects of our military. And in Afghanistan, we actually gave up a big chunk, but relatively, as much as it seemed like it's small compared to what we bought and to what we have and to what we're buying. We're spending over $1 trillion this year on our military. We have a military, the best in the world. We make the best equipment in the world. And we have the best people in the world.
And with that, I will go ahead and bring that out. The best of the best of the best. But even when, you can say those things, Mr. President, that we do have the best, most powerful weapons in the world, it still boils down to this, flesh and blood. You still need the soldiers to fight, or at least not fight, to be in place in case there's a fight. Hey, good morning, Benjamin Walker. How you doing, sir? I hope everything is fine in your house. I apologize for us not seeing you. I appreciate you watching. Benjamin, this might be new to you, but every Friday, I try to do what's called a Red Shirt Friday. Red Shirt Friday is where we take a moment or two or three, and we give honor and respect to our military personnel near and far. My dad spent 22 years in the Air Force. I was 4 years in the Air Force. My brother did a short stint in the National Guard. So I must have a blank to memory of that because I know he had joined the Navy and they let him go because of having flat feet. And apparently in the Navy, you can't have flat feet. But he's indicated that he went from there to the Army National Guard. And I don't remember that. I truly don't. Wow, there must be you know, part of my hard drive that has a nick out of it, and it is not remembering things. That's possible. I mean, I'm getting old. But you know, I always try to also share videos of what it's like to join the military. Now, these two folks that I was speaking to earlier was in the National Guard, okay? And the National Guard goes through the exact same basic training that any other active duty military does. So it's not like, oh, you're National Guard, you're going to get it off easy. No, they do the exact same uh, basic training that everybody, all the others do. I know that for a fact because I was in. I wasn't sure if I wanted to stay active, so I joined the uh, uh, I was a U.S. Air Force Reserve, they call them reserves, and my training was the exact same as all the others. One of the neat things about the reserves is your promotions are faster. So if I had decided to stay in, which I was leaning towards, I would have had to drop down one rank because of the reserves promoted faster. But what happened in my case is that I went to my family doctor for my annual checkup, and they found I had a mitral valve prolapse. And that following weekend, when I went to do my duty at Dover Air Force Base, uh, they pulled me out. And they said, "You're done. We heard about your heart." I think to myself, how the hell did I hear about my heart? And they didn't give me a choice as to like do desk duty or some lightweight duty or something. Well, my heart wasn't that bad, but they decided to give me an honorable discharge after 3.5 years. Go figure. So I was going to show two quick videos of what life is like when you join up. Here we go.
Oh, you look at me right now. You're now aboard Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, California, building 622 Receiving Company. From now on, the only words that'll come out of your mouth are yes or no, sir, when somebody asks you a question. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Stand up, get off now. Today, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Aye, sir. No. Aye, sir. Today, let's go. Get it. Aye, sir. Get it. Aye, sir.
Where's the ID?
Where is your ID? I can't tell you to put it in there. So take it out.
Yes, sir.
Give me. Aye, aye, sir. Aye, sir. Pull the street today. Cross by that street. Cross by the street. Get it out now. Pull the string out now. Pull the string out now. Pull it out. Pull the string out now. Oh, you look at me right now. You're now aboard Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, California, building 622 Receiving Company. From now.
Okay, so that's the Marine Corps. That's how they do it. Let's go to the next one. And I apologize for that. I spilled my coffee, but luckily I have a lid on my cup, so not a lot got out. So I had to do a quick cleanup there. Now this one here, now people might say, well, what happens if I get in and I hate my decision? I don't like my decision. Can I get out? No. I mean, well, there's some things you could do that would make it illegally that might get you out, but not on the terms that you want to, because when you join up for 2 years, 4 years, excuse me, or whatever, and decide you want to get out, that follows you for the rest of your life. And trying to find a job and so forth, and they say, "Oh, what happened here, young man? You went into the Marines and they kicked you out. What the hell happened there?" But so this guy here, is refusing to do any of the activities that the rest of the soldiers are doing. So watch what happens. Okay, watch what happens when this guy refuses to do anything as a way to uh, uh, fight the system to force the arm of the military to kick him out. Watch what happens here.
Be then.
It's recruits eating, sir.
Oh, you're training.
It's recruits eating, sir.
Oh, you're training.
Only right now, sir.
Here's the story as I understand it. This recruit, he refused to train. And when you refuse to train in boot camp, you're no longer going through the training cycle.
No.
Only right now.
You don't pick and choose. You don't pick and choose.
Everything.
Let me show you training schedule, recruit. I think I got one. Let me show you something, recruit. Ladies and gentlemen, you refused to train earlier, correct? Are you training now?
Well,
You're not. You're still refusing to train. Let me show you my training schedule. Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. What is right there? Chow is on the training schedule. It's got time. Chow is on the training schedule.
He's showing the recruit that Chow is part of the training schedule. And since he is refusing to train, then technically Chow is not part of his training schedule.
So if you're refusing to train, then you don't eat, do you? You're refusing to eat then, right?
No, sir.
You're on a hunger strike?
No, sir.
So you're not refusing to train, are you? Yes or no?
Orange parallel.
Yes or no?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes or no?
Partial,
Ladies and
sir.
gentlemen. No. There is no partial. There is no partial. It's yes or no. There is no black and white.
Aye,
sir. Are you training?
You saw the schedule.
Are you training?
No, sir.
Do the math. You figure it.
So here's the deal. When you go to boot camp, you can actually refuse to train. But if you refuse to train, the Marine Corps is still going to get theirs. That means that you are going to spend 4-5 months in Paris Island or San Diego doing chores, mowing the lawn, beautifying the base, and all through the process of doing that, you're going to see your platoon graduate, and you're going to see other people's platoons graduate as well. The fastest way to leave boot camp is to graduate.
Oh, what is it going to be then?
See, I think people don't realize what happens when you join up. They folks see the after it, right? They see the men and women in uniform. They see them marching in parades. They see them doing all the fun things that the military does, right? And for those of you who are probably seeing that static image, I'm waiting for my. There it goes. That's a little slow. There we go. You don't realize. Okay, so when I joined the Air Force, I can speak. I went through it. Okay. When my brother joined the Navy, he pissed my dad off. I can see it in my dad's eyes. My dad spent 22 years in the Air Force. He went Vietnam 2 tours. He was in the Congo War, which I never knew we had, and all kinds of stuff. We lived in Mississippi. We lived in New Jersey. We lived in England for 3 years. We lived in California for a year before my dad finally retired. My brother decided when he turned 18 to join the Navy. Well, the Navy didn't work out because he had flat feet, which I understand. And then he went into the Guards, so I black line there. But I thought I'd make my dad proud of me, his youngest son. I would join the Air Force. But I thought, what happens if I don't like it? So I decided to go into reserves, and if I liked it, transfer into the active duty. My dad was proud. Oh, my son's going to the Air Force. A couple of things that didn't occur to me. I mean, I'm 18 years old, right? 19 years old. I never flew I never traveled anywhere without my father and my mother. They were always in charge of, making all the plans, getting the tickets, getting us to the airport, getting us wherever. Here I am for the very first time. Now my dad, my mom drove me to the local airport. They kissed me goodbye and so forth, and I got onto that small plane and flew to Philadelphia to get my plane to take me down to Lackland Air Force Base, which is in Texas. That damn airplane landed on the opposite side of the airport of where I needed to be. And I had a certain amount of time to get to where I needed to be. So I took off running, trying to look at the signs, right? And I'm starting to freak out. But I made a commitment I couldn't back out legally. So I finally got to where I needed to be, and I thought, damn, how to know if I get on my plane, right? So I started listening and heard other people who had the same ticket that I did. So I sat next to them. And when they moved, I moved. And when they got on the plane, I got on the plane. But that wasn't enough. This freaking plane had to fly down south to pick on more folks to go out to Texas. Now, we had the option of getting off the plane, exercising our legs and so forth, maybe buying some tickets and getting back on. My ass did not get off that plane. There was no way in hell I was going to chance that. So I stayed on the plane for like 2 hours while they did their thing. So we flew into Texas. I forget what airport we landed at. Luckily, here's this gigantic big bus painted in white with U.S. Air Force on it. Well, that's my ride. And I'm going to tell you what. I don't know how many folks see my videos of the military when I do my Red Shirt Friday, but from that moment forward, everything I've shown you is fact. They were yelling at me from the moment I got on that plane till I got off that plane. I got off that plane, they had the yellow feet on the cement. That's where my feet were. At attention. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All the way through. The haircut, the uniform, get rid of my private stuff, and then go and find some barracks. Now, I'll tell you what, there's no feeling like laying your head down on a pillow and there's no hair to cushion your head. I guarantee it. That's a weird feeling. And from that moment forward, for the next 12 weeks, it was hell. But I'll tell you what, folks. When I got my dress blues and I participated in my celebration parade, it felt good. It felt good. I finally accomplished something. And I'll be honest with you, I don't remember the planes back. That's also part of the blank here. But I remember Mom and Dad picked me up at the Lancaster airport. I got pictures. They were proud to see their son in dress blues. I felt proud. I still do. I think every male and female at the age of 18, 19 should do 2 years in the military. Take your choice, which one, doesn't matter, just 2 years. It will give you a different take on life. It truly will. And all these years after, looking back on how I was treated, I laugh at it. Because I know there was a reason for it. You had thousands of men and women going into the military with their own attitude, their own personalities. But to make sure that you were trained to do the job you signed up for, they had to break you down. And hard. to where you were nothing. And then they built you back up into something. Let's not forget the family who lost their loved one yesterday in the National Guard. Let's not forget the family of the sergeant who's still fighting for his life. I can only hope for one of two things. This is going to sound bad. That the asshole who did this either dies from his injuries or he's put to death. That's the only thing he should do. He should not spend the rest of his life in prison. I'm sorry. Those two soldiers were just doing their duty, protecting the White House, protecting D.C., the capital of our nation, protecting the streets, protecting the citizens. And that coward came out of nowhere and shot them without any sense of warning. I'm sorry. Personal opinion for what it's worth. I'm still not sure yet about Tuesday. I'm going to reach out to my people today to see if they are looking to do a broadcast on Tuesday. I'll leave you know later today and shout out. But folks, for those of you who have relatives or friends, loved ones who are currently in the military, please reach out to them. Tell them how much you think of them and the love you have for them. For those of you who have lost family and friends who are in the military, my condolences go with you. You know it's a great loss. For those of you who are injured, no matter what type of injury, minor or serious, thank you for your service. Thank you for your duty to protecting our nation, protecting each other in the uniform. And with that, folks, I want to say have a great rest of your day. And if you have leftovers, enjoy them. Take care.